Today we've got a nice easy job. We're just taking the carburetor off my 1600 CT. This particular one's fitted with a SOLEX PICT5, so it should be quite nice and straightforward. I appreciate a lot of people have done this sort of stuff before, so it's not overly complicated, but I thought I'd film it and it might help someone who's not done it before and just take any of that fear or unknown away from doing the job. First job we're going to do is take the pipe off which connects the carburetor to the air filter. I've got my little helper to help today. You can say hello?
Hello.
So, good lad. So there's one Jubilee connecting to the top of the carburetor.
Why is it moving?
And one that's connected to the top of the air filter over here. It's loose already, you got it?
Yeah, I think so.
There you go. Oh, a little bit more, buddy. There we go. Next I'm going to remove the fuel pipes. So there's one here on the right hand side of this which comes from the fuel pump and it goes into the carb, and then the other side goes as a return back to the tank. So someone's Jubileed this one on. Get rid of that. And again, just got a couple of little Jubilees holding the pipe on. And use my trusty old pencil. Let's move that out of the way somewhere. Just pass me that little pencil, buddy.
Okay. This one?
Yeah, that'll do. So I don't think anything will come out of this one, but it's going to put all the same. Got the fumes. Next we've got a few wires to remove. There's one on the choke at this side. It's just been a spade. That's a bit too loose, it wants tightening up. And one on the side of the solenoid. And there's an earth, I think it is, on this one from the oil switch. Okay, that's our wires disconnected. Take it out of the way. Next is the vacuum pipes. We've got a big long one here. This goes to the bellows on the side of the distributor. And there's a couple that go to the other side. One there. One there. Move those out of the way. Around the other side, we've got to disconnect the accelerator cable. Now this one is a 8mm, I believe. I'm not sure if it's an regional standard, so that size might vary. Keep that safe somewhere, I was going to end up losing these. And lastly, we've got a couple of nuts holding the carburetor onto the manifold. They're just down the bottom here, on each side of the flange. It's a little bit fiddly to get to. Hopefully it should be straightforward. Try and do this without blocking the video with my arm. standard 13mm nut, and the washer. The back one's a bit fiddly to get to, so I'm just using a little ratchet and a 13mm socket. It's kind of unsighted. Try not to drop it into the engine, or the engine bay. There we go. And the carburetor should now just lift off. Now it could be your gaskets have got sealant on, so it may be a bit more sticky than that. This one came straight off. So if you damage the gaskets at all, it's worth replacing them for what they cost. But removing your carb really is that simple. So if you need to do the job, get it off there for reconditioning or something, and you're thinking of paying someone to do it, hopefully I'll just save you a few quid. Be careful lifting it off, you don't want to tip it, get fuel everywhere. And don't forget to fill the hole, because you do not want things going down that hole. I like a clean plastic bag just to fill the hole nicely. And when you take them back out, they don't leave anything behind.